Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, they're remaking The Witcher. Yes, that's right. The original jank as hell, yet somehow super endearing Witcher is being remade in Unreal Engine 5 with Polish studio Fool's Theory and some vets of the original series in the mix. We actually heard a little bit about this previously in another post they made as codename Canis Majoris. On a blog post, they say it's still early and we want to ensure the game is created with the utmost care and attention to detail. Therefore, while we're excited to share the news with you, we want to ask for your patience, as it'll be a while until we start talking about this project in detail. Now, as a longtime fan of the series, this is huge for me. I love this. But the question is, will there still be collectible cards? If you know, you know. In other news, Kojima's saying some crazy shit again. Speaking with The Guardian about his upcoming title, Kojima said, "It's almost like a new medium. If this succeeds, it'll turn things around, not just in the game industry, but in the movie industry as well." Now, for all of us fans, that is just typical Kojima. But it also sounds like either the ravings of a madman or a pure genius intellect, and maybe both, honestly, but it is quintessential Kojima. No one knows what any of that means, only him. And when we see what he's talking about, we still may not understand it. But the brilliance here is that Kojima's just that dude who will do a thing to attempt to do it. The experiment, the effort is worth it alone. Death Stranding is a perfect example. It is a game that I very much understand why a lot of people were like, it's not for me. It is essentially the world's biggest walking sim. You walk from one point to another point, delivering letters. That's really the bulk of the game, and then sometimes you hide from monsters. That's pretty much it. But beneath that surface, it is one of the most high-concept, incredibly brilliant games I've ever seen. Because it's about connecting in a world that we exist in today with the internet and all these things that are trying to push us further apart. The game is a lesson in connecting. It is a lesson in people working together to create something bigger. And if you played the game months after release, you got to see all the work done before you got there. And it's a fascinating look at gaming and community and building something bigger than yourself. And I'll be honest with you, it's pretty high concept for a video game of that nature. And so, yeah, it's brilliant. But like all things he does, it's an experiment. Some things work, some things don't. And now he's like, all right, I'm going to try something else crazy. And that is so rare in the world of AAA video games. So even though my man's saying some crazy shit, I am entirely here for it. Speaking of crazy shit, let's go to the world of PC gaming and talk about all the troubles with the 4090. So we already know it's big, like too big, and power hungry, my God. But since its release, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 has also been giving PC gamers all sorts of new problems. Over on Kotaku, they write, Reddit user Reggie Gackle shared photos of a freshly seared cable and power connector on their RTX 4090 graphics card, titled RTX 4090 adapter burned, with the caption that reads, "I don't know how it happened, but it smelled badly and I saw smoke." And yeah, that's probably not good, but apparently it still works, which is dicey. But since then, a lot of other people have chimed in with their own Reddit horror stories about owning a 4090. This, of course, follows reports that PCI SIG, the consortium that sets standards for PCI, PCIX, and PCI Express connections, like the ones used in said graphics cards, they were aware of potential safety issues under certain conditions. And according to The Verge, NVIDIA is now investigating these cases. But this isn't just some story I've read online. I have friends who have a 4090, who are using it right now, who are talking about all sorts of weird issues they're having with their PCs. So this clearly is a problem across the board. Hell, the concept of a 4090 being a menace isn't even anything new. Jay's 2 cents mentioned it in a video about how it's dangerous. But Brandon Bell, the senior technical marketing manager for GeForce at NVIDIA, dismissed earlier fears over unsafe power cables as issues that don't exist and that it all just works, man. Meanwhile, longtime NVIDIA users like myself are sitting over here waiting to see what the hell's going on, looking at AMD, and every year, AMD's looking better and better and better, and this is just another reason to be like, maybe now's the time to switch. Speaking of switching it up, instead of coming to this channel for news, why not check out some of my other videos? In fact, right now, there's a Plague Tale video up. It is me checking out the game. It's sponsored, of course, but screw it. I love the Plague Tale series. They're incredible. And Yeah, Requiem is great. And it's a little teaser about what the game is, and hopefully you like the way I edited it because I had a lot of fun doing it that way. And just go give it a look. Hopefully you'll enjoy, and go check out the full thing over on Cox Clips. All right, that's it for me. Thanks so much. I'll see you all tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.